Sorry, memento, a small gift and flowers. We will now read revered Swami Vivekananda Maharaj, Assistant Secretary, Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission, for a very kind presence. And of course, now Swami Vivekananda Maharaj, Assistant Secretary, Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission, for a very kind presence. And of course, now and of course, now and of course, now and of course, now
Satchit Sukha Swarupaya Swami Mahamani. Respected Kumari Saidyaji, Honorable Union Minister of Culture, Most Revered Swami Vivekananda Maharaj, Assistant Secretary Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission, respected Mrs. Sangeeta Gerola, Union Minister of Culture, Most Revered Swami Vivekananda Maharaj, Assistant Secretary Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission, respected Mrs. Sangeeta Gerola, Secretary Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission, respected Mrs. Sangeeta Gerola, respected Mrs. Sangeeta Gerola, Sangeeta Gerola,
His mother was Bhuvaneshwari Devi, a deeply religious person. A pious devotee of Vireshwar Shiva of Varanasi, she prayed to him to bless her with a son. One night, she had a vivid dream. She saw Lord Shiva rise from his meditation and transformed into a male child. An ocean of light woke her from her sleep. With shocked eyes, she wondered if this was a dream or reality. Narendranath Datta was born on Monday, January 12, 1863, a beautiful baby whom his mother affectionately called Bile, and whom the world would later know as Swami Vivekananda. As a young child, Narendra was mischievous, restless, and incredibly fearless, yet with a heart sympathetic to the poor. He was fascinated with traveling monks and had an innate attraction to meditation, his favorite game. As he grew up, he was precocious, a good student, and a leader among his friends. He was a great debater and often questioned superstitious customs and discrimination based on caste or religion, refusing to accept anything without a rational argument. His father kept several kutas for his clients, one for each religion and caste. Narendra asked,
"Father, why do we have so many? Why can't we have one hookah shared by all?"
His father explained, "Well, this is so that one does not lose one's caste by touching the hookah of another of a different caste." The reasoning was not very satisfactory to Narendra. So, one day, as he went to try them himself, his shocked father asked, "What are you doing?"
"Oh, I am just trying out each one of them to see how it changes my caste."
Narendra's father, who was well versed in Persian and English literature, was indifferent to Indian culture, like many of the elite families during the British Raj. It was his mother who belonged to the old tradition and nourished the boy's mind with Indian culture, Hindu religion, and sound advice. She taught Narendra to remain pure all his life, guard his own honor, and never transgress the honor of others. Be very tranquil, but when necessary, harden the heart. She would often read to him stories of the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, and the great saints. The vivid pictures of Lord Rama going into exile in the forest to keep up the commitment of his father, Jatayu's sacrifice of life to rescue Sita, Hanuman carrying Gandhamadana mountain to save Lakshmana's life, Krishna giving advice to Arjuna in the chariot, and the devotion of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all left indelible impressions on young Narendra, who wanted to meet God. He often wondered if God and religion could be made a part of growing experiences and be deeply internalized. In his intense desire to know the divine truth, he asked many wise people, "Have you seen God?" For a while, his initial beliefs were shaped by Brahma Samaj concepts, which included belief in a formless God and deprecation of the worship of idols. But this did not satisfy him. He studied other religions by meeting with religious leaders and studying their philosophies, but remained unsatisfied. He needed someone who had seen God to be convinced, to explain to him the divine truth and set his mind in peace. Then, one day, in explaining the meaning of trance, he heard his college principal, William Hastie, talk about a spiritual master at Dakshineshwar Kali Temple. This changed his life forever.
If you want to know the real meaning of trance, you should go to Ramakrishna Paramahansa of Dakshineshwar. Naren, you have come. I was waiting for you. Come, sit by me.
সংসার বিদেশে বিদেশীর বেশে ভ্রম কেন কারণে মন চলো নিজ নিকেতনে বিষয় পঞ্চক আর ভূতগণ সব তোর পর কেহ নয় আপন বিষয় পঞ্চক আর ভূতগণ সব তোর পর কেহ নয় আপন পর প্রেমে কেন হরে রাখে কান ভুলি আপন জনে মন চলো।
Advice. She taught Narendra to remain pure all his life, guard his own honor, and never transgress the honor of others. Be very tranquil, but when necessary, harden the heart. She would often read to him stories of the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, and the great saints. The vivid pictures of Lord Rama going into exile in the forest to keep up the commitment of his father, Jatayu's sacrifice of life to rescue Sita, Hanuman carrying Gandhamadana mountain to save Lakshmana's life, Krishna giving advice to Arjuna in the chariot, and the devotion of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all left indelible impressions on young Narendra, who wanted to meet God. He often wondered if God and religion could be made a part of growing experiences and be deeply internalized. In his intense desire to know the divine truth, he asked many wise people, "Have you seen God?" For a while, his initial beliefs were shaped by Brahma Samaj concepts, which included belief in a formless God and deprecation of the worship of idols. But this did not satisfy him. He studied other religions by meeting with religious leaders and studying their philosophies, but remained unsatisfied. He needed someone who had seen God to be convinced, to explain to him the divine truth and set his mind in peace. Then, one day, in explaining the meaning of trance, he heard his college principal, William Hasty, talk about a spiritual master at Dakshineshwar Kali Temple. This changed his life forever.
If you want to know the real meaning of trance, you should go to Ramakrishna Paramhansa of Dakshineshwar.
Naren, you have come. I was waiting for you. Come, sit by me. Here, sit. And please, sing a song. Sing? No. I can't sing. Yes, sing. I heard you sing at Surendra's home. What a voice and the depth. Come, sing a song for me. মন চলো নিজ নিকেতনে মন চলো নিজ নিকেতনে সংসার বিদেশে বিদেশীর বেশে ভ্রম কেন মন চলো নিজ নিকেতনে বিষয় পঞ্চক আর ভূতগণ সব
ভুলিত আপন জনে মন চলো।
Naren, you have come. I was waiting for you. Come, sit by me. Here, sit. And please, sing a song.
Sing? No, I mean I can't sing.
Yes, sing. I heard you sing at Surendra's home. What a voice and the depth. Come, sing a song for me.
মন চলো নিজ নিকেতনে, মন চলো নিজ নিকেতনে, সংসার বিদেশে বিদেশীর বেশে ভ্রম কেন কারণে, মন চলো নিজ নিকেতনে। বিষয় পঞ্চক আর ভূতগণ সব তোর পর, কেহ নয় আপন। বিষয় পঞ্চক আর ভূতগণ সব তোর পর, কেহ নয় আপন। পর প্রেমে কেন হরে যাবে তারা, ভুলিত আপন জনে মন চলো। সংসার বিদেশে বিদেশীর বেশে ভ্রম কেন কারণে, মন চলো নিজ নিকেতনে। বিষয় পঞ্চক আর ভূতগণ সব তোর পর, কেহ নয় আপন। বিষয় পঞ্চক আর ভূতগণ সব তোর পর, কেহ নয় আপন। পর প্রেমে কেন হরে যাবে তারা, ভুলিত আপন জনে মন চলো। পর কেহ নয় আপন। বিষয় পঞ্চক আর ভূতগণ সব তোর পর, কেহ নয় আপন। পর প্রেমে কেন হরে যাবে তারা, ভুলিত আপন জনে মন চলো। নয় আপন। পর প্রেমে কেন হরে যাবে তারা, ভুলিত আপন জনে মন চলো। তারা ভুলিত আপন
মনো চলো
নাহি জ্যোতি নাহি শশাঙ্ক সুন্দর হাসি ভূমি ছায়া সম ছবি বিশ্ব চরাচর ও নাহি সূর্য পশুপুত মন আকাশে জগত সংসার ভাসে পশুপুত মন আকাশে জগত সংসার ভাসে ওঠে ভাসে রবে কোন অহংস্রোতে নিরন্তর নাহি সূর্য নাহি জ্যোতি নাহি শশাঙ্ক সুন্দর হাসি ভূমি ছায়া সম ছবি বিশ্ব চরাচর ও নাহি সূর্য ধীরে ধীরে ছায়া মহালয়ে প্রবেশিল ধীরে ধীরে ছায়া মহালয়ে প্রবেশিল বহে মাত্র আমি এই ধারা অনুক্ষণ নাহি সূর্য নাহি জ্যোতি নাহি শশাঙ্ক সুন্দর ভূমি ছায়া সম ছবি বিশ্ব চরাচর ও নাহি সূর্য সে ধারাও বন্ধ শূন্যে শূন্য মিলাইল সে ধারাও বন্ধ শূন্যে শূন্য মিলাইল আবার মানস গোচরণ বোঝে প্রাণ বোঝে ডাল বোঝে যার নাহি সূর্য নাহি জ্যোতি নাহি শশাঙ্ক সুন্দর হাসি ভূমি ছায়া সম ছবি বিশ্ব চরাচর ও নাহি সূর্য নাহি সূর্য নাহি সূর্য নাহি সূর্য নাহি সূর্য নাহি সূর্য
Ayodhya, the sacred city of Lord Rama, Vrindavan, the city of Lord Krishna, Pushkar, the birthplace of Lord Brahma, and Rishikesh, the land of peace and spirituality.
बुद्धं शरणं
He visited the historical paintings of Ajanta, the epitome of rock-cut architecture at Ellora, and the great Buddhist stupa at Sanchi. He heard the mighty voice of silence echoing the ever-glowing heritage of India, which made him proud. He traveled throughout the historical sites of many empires, which left their unique signature at each place. In Delhi, he saw Qutub Minar. He saw the Taj Mahal, a mausoleum from Mughal King Shah Jahan for his beloved wife Mumtaz. Fatehpur Sikri, the dream city of King Akbar, where the 9 jewels or the Navaratnas were born, including the great singer Tansen. In Rajasthan, he visited Alwar, Jaipur, and Ajmer, the lands of brave kings and their extravagant mansions. Chittor, the land of Maharana Pratap, who is remembered for his bravery to save his nation, and the land of Mirabai, the great bhajan singer. Lake city of Udaipur, the heart of Rajasthan, by the calm lake Bichola. He then traveled to the south by way and reached Kanyakumari on foot.
I'm sorry, which has awakened my conscience.
As a penniless monk living mainly on bhiksha or offerings, he had the opportunity to meet and stay with people from all walks of life, from scholars and rajas to low-caste workers and beggars. He had seen in his own eyes the conditions of the poor masses and how they were discriminated against by the priests, oppressed by heartless landlords, and exploited by generations of moneylenders. Everywhere, people dying of appalling poverty. It was Christmas Eve, 1892, when he was at Kanyakumari, the tip of India's southern peninsula border. He looked at the ocean, and the images of misery brought tears in his eyes. He jumped into the water and swam across the dashing waves to the last rock. Climbed up and sat on it. He looked at his beloved motherland and wept, thinking about all that he had experienced. He realized that the country's downfall was not because of its religion, but because of the neglect of the masses, who had lost faith in themselves.
We are so many sannyasis wandering about and teaching the people metaphysics. It's all madness. Did not our Gurudeva used to say, an empty stomach is no good for religion? We as a nation have lost our individuality, and that is the cause of all mischief in India. We have to raise the masses.
But how? How could he find salvation for the poor and resolve to uplift the nation? How to bring secular knowledge to improve their economic condition and spiritual knowledge to instill faith in themselves and strengthen the moral sense? The evening rolled into night, and night to the light of the dawn. Sitting on the last bit of Indian rock, he meditated the entire time and hit upon a plan. He had heard somewhere about the upcoming Parliament of Religion in Chicago, America. Bhaskara Setupati, the Maharaja of Ramnath, and other disciples of South India had insisted that he go and represent Chicago on the 31st of May, 1893, from Bombay, assuming the name Vivekananda, the name suggested by the Maharaja of Khetri, who also offered him the orange robe and an ochre turban. He sailed through Colombo, Penang, Singapore, Hong Kong, Canton, Nagasaki, and Kobe. From Kobe, he went by train to Osaka, Kyoto, Tokyo, and Yokohama. From Yokohama, he sailed in the Empress of India to reach Vancouver, Canada. From Vancouver, he took a train to Chicago. Thus entering by land the United States of America, the land of liberty and freedom, where the Parliament of Religion was to take place. He visited the World's Columbus Exposition Office and was disappointed to find out that the Parliament of Religion was not going to take place until September 11th, and no one without credentials from a bona fide organization would be accepted as a delegate. How would he support himself until that time? He wrote to his disciples in India to send additional funds. He also heard that living in Boston was less expensive than in Chicago. So he went to Boston and became a guest of Catherine Abbott Sanborn, a kind lady whom he had met in the train from Vancouver to Chicago. God acts in mysterious ways. Miss Sanborn took him to John Henry Wright, a professor of Greek at Harvard University, who was much impressed with Vivekananda's knowledge and wisdom. Vivekananda called him Adhyapakji. On learning that he did not have credentials to speak at the Parliament, Professor Wright said,
"To ask for your credentials is like asking the sun to state its right to shine in the heavens."
Professor Wright gave him an introduction letter to be presented to the chairman of the Parliament.
"Here is a man more learned than all our learned professors put together."
He also bought the Swami's railroad ticket and sent him to Chicago. A grateful Vivekananda thanked Adhyapakji from the core of his heart. Their divine friendship would remain forever. So he was in the train again. Vivekananda arrived in Chicago late in the evening, but his troubles were still not over. One by one, the invited delegates delivered their speeches. Nervous at first, Vivekananda avoided requests for speaking until Chairman John H. Barrows insisted. Swamiji's tongue dried up. He bowed to Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and dared to approach the podium to give a brief address.
Sisters and brothers of America.
There was a standing ovation for over 2 minutes. When the roar of clapping subsided and silence restored, he began his address by greeting and thanking America in the names of the most ancient order of monks in the world, the mother of all religions, and the millions and millions of Hindu people of all classes and sects. Then he said,
I am proud to belong to a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. We believe not only in universal toleration, but we accept all religions as true.
In the same context, he quoted 2 illustrative passages from the Bhagavad Gita.
As the different streams having their sources in different places all mingle their water in the sea, so, O Lord, the different paths which men take through different tendencies, various though they appear, crooked or straight, all lead to thee.
And
Whosoever comes to me through whatsoever form, I reach him. All men are struggling through paths that in the end lead to me.
he ended the speech with the lines,
Sectarianism, bigotry, and its horrible descendant fanaticism have long possessed this beautiful earth. They have filled the earth with violence, drenched it often and often with human blood, destroyed civilization, and sent a whole nation to despair. Had it not been for these horrible demons, human society would be far more advanced than it is now. But their time is come, and I fervently hope that the bell that tolled this morning in the honor of this convention may be the death knell of all fanaticism, of all persecutions with sword or with the pen, and of all uncharitable feelings between persons wending their way to the same goal.
It was a short speech, but clearly voiced in the spirit of the Parliament and its message of universality. The speech thrilled the audience as they had never heard anything like this before. Electricity flowed through the body. Swami Vivekananda became an overnight hero, and the news spread like fire beyond boundaries. Dr. Barrows, the chairman of the Parliament, said, India, the mother of religions, was represented by Swami Vivekananda, the orange monk who exercised the most wonderful influence over his auditors. The press dubbed him as the cyclonic monk from India. The Boston Evening Transcript wrote, he is a great favorite at the Parliament from the grandeur of his sentiments and his appearance as well. If he merely crosses the platform, he is applauded, and this marked approval of thousands he accepts in a childlike spirit of gratification without a trace of conceit. The New York Critique wrote, he is an orator by divine right, and his strong, intelligent face, in its picturesque setting of yellow and orange, was hardly less interesting than those earnest words and the rich, rhythmical utterance he gave them. The New York Herald wrote, Vivekananda is undoubtedly the greatest figure in the Parliament of Religions. After hearing him, we feel how foolish it is to send missionaries to this learned nation. The Parliament of Religions ended on September 27, 1893. Swami Vivekananda spoke several more times on topics related to Hinduism and Buddhism. All his speeches maintained one common message: universality and religious tolerance. After the great success of the Parliament of Religion, he started a lecture tour in various parts of the eastern and central United States, Chicago, Detroit, Boston, and allowed the train to pass only after they could hear Swamiji speak. The reception continued from Calcutta to Almora, where he continued delivering lectures. While in the West, he talked of India's great spiritual heritage. On return to India, his speeches were focused on upliftment of the masses. He struck a spark and kindled the fire of struggle for freedom from the colonial rule in every corner of India. He began to awaken the sleeping, subjugated nation with the clarion call of Vedanta.
Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Strength is what the Upanishad speaks. Be strong.
He spoke of destroying the evil of the caste system.
So long as the millions live in hunger and ignorance, I hold every man a traitor who, having been educated at their expense, pays not the least heed to them. Let the new India rise out of peasant's cottage grasping the plough, out of the huts of the fisherman, the cobbler and the sweeper. Let her spring from grocery's shop, from besides the oven of the fritter seller. Let her emanate from the factory, from marts and from markets. Let her emerge from groves and forests, from hills and mountains. These common people, give them a sahab of fresh bread, and whole world will not be big enough to hold their energy.